I'm having trouble staying awake, and it's not you, Kandese.
Thanks. Thank you for the clarification, because we don't want everyone just to think, oh, Kandese, she talks and it's like peeling paint off the walls. Okay.
Oh, my gosh. I don't know what it is. The last few days, we've just been crazy. I think Tuesday. I think I'm trying to catch up from Tuesday.
Well, the weather is changing. And
That's
that
true.
kind of has a lot to do, like, people don't realize it affects your mood, or if you're really sensitive, like, I can tell if the storm's coming or whatever with my allergies.
Yeah.
Like, it just totally affects how I feel. So,
No, that's true. It does affect people, and you don't often think about it or don't realize what it is. Of course, for the last 2 years, we've been saying, oh, COVID.
right. So
But
we don't
this
know
is-
how to feel about anything.
Yeah, this is not COVID, but Tuesday was kind of a busy day because we had boys and girls soccer. Mm-hmm. We had Artesia volleyball, Goddard volleyball. We had Roswell soccer.
You had all the games? Okay.
And then NMMI had a volleyball.
Oh, wow.
High school did. So I wasn't at all of the events, but I'm
Right.
kind of like keeping an eye on coordinating everything. And so Tuesday was very, very busy.
That sounds like a super busy day.
Yeah. Now, last night, Wednesday, there's not a lot of sporting events. There was a Bronco volleyball game last night, so
Okay.
we had that up on the big screen and watched that for a little while. I went ahead, and I don't know if I've made a mistake yet or not, but I went ahead and updated my Mac to Monterey.
Oh,
That's the new iOS, Monterey.
fancy.
Yeah, and what's funny is when I got this phone, this is Lana's old phone. I have an iPhone 11 Pro Max now, so that's what I've upgraded to. This
Okay.
is a 2-year-old phone. She got the new iPhone 13
Oh,
Pro Max.
yes.
But the wallpaper that comes with when this phone came out, which I went to, is very, very similar colors and design to the wallpaper for Monterey,
Okay.
which I thought was kind of interesting because it almost looks like so retro from like 2 years ago.
Right. Yes. No. Which is funny because I have the phone in between your phone and her phone now.
Okay, you have the 12.
I have the 12. And I got that, and my husband's like, with the 13, he's like, it's so similar to the 12. He's like, just wait until the 14 comes out, and then you should probably get that. But yeah, so I have the one. So we have an 11, 12, and 13 in the building.
Yeah. Oh, so you got it all.
And the Pro Max, yes.
Well,
And mine
the
is,
cameras, the people that are into that stuff, now the comparisons are coming out because Google has released the Pixel 6.
Right.
So now, if you go to the YouTubers, there's
They're
camera
testing out the
comparisons between the iPhone 12 Pro Max and the Google 6 Plus and the Samsung S21 Ultra.
Okay.
And those are the flagship
Yes.
phones. And the S21 Ultra and the 13 Pro Max are going to set you back $1,200, $1,300,
Yes.
$1,400. The Google Pixel 6 is going to set you back $800 to $900. So it's $300-$400 less. And on the camera comparison, all three camera systems, it's really hard to pick one that's better than the other. I mean, they all have a little bit something that they do a little bit better than the other
Right.
two, but none of them are like, why? That's the Google picture because it's so much better than the iPhone and the Samsung phone. They all, in other words, they all take fantastic
Take photos.
pictures.
Yes.
iPhone maybe a little better with the video, Samsung a little better with the video than the Google, but the Google's like
Right.
$300-$400 less.
Yes,
So
like if you're like really wanting, like, what is it that you're wanting? Is it you want the iPhone name, or you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Because then I feel like some of the time what you're paying for is the brand,
Yeah.
not necessarily the phone.
not necessarily the phone. So. But anyway, that's a diversion.
It is a diversion. Well, I have an
I-
asthma attack, so I'm sorry.
Yeah, you doing okay? All right, very
Yes.
good. So yeah. But then again, that's for the people that get the latest and greatest, and then there's us, and I've got the 2-year-old phone, you've got the 1-year-old phone, and I'm
Yes.
perfectly happy with this phone.
No, it works perfectly fine. Yeah.
It works great. Well, let's talk about the Ocotillo and see what's happening. We're getting to the end of October.
Yeah, so we have Saturday Trick or Treat Artesia, so we will be out front. Next to us will be Grammy's house, which will be great.
Okay.
And we'll be handing out candy. We've got 2 coffins at the theater that we'll be pulling out out.
Okay.
And Lindsay has a skeleton that she keeps out front of her house all year named Bernie, and she dresses him up. So Bernie will be making an appearance as well. So
why am I not surprised?
So anyway, so be sure to like swing around and see us, just to see what the two of us come up with, because we'll be decorating tomorrow.
Okay.
And Saturday, because it'll mostly just be me at the table on Saturday. So we're getting that done ahead of time, so I'm not party of one. And if you didn't sign up, I do still think you have time. Paint with us is Hocus Pocus painting. The last one is this evening for this month.
I've seen, I guess that's from a movie, right?
Yes, Hocus Pocus.
It was a movie. I went to a coffee shop this week, and they had done the windows up and
Yes.
stuff, and as I was pulling up to the drive-thru, they had the Hocus Pocus thing on the window at the drive-thru. And I
Yes.
thought, well, that must be a thing this year.
It is a big thing. And they're working on actually attempting, I'm not sure if it's like 100% or not. Someone can correct me. But they're going to be making a Hocus Pocus 2, which makes me really excited from my, teenage girl heart back watching like Disney Channel, Nickelodeon, all those. It's one of those shows that came up on one of those channels. So it's
Gotcha.
not like it did come out in theaters and everything like that, but I do believe because it came out the same year as Nightmare Before Christmas. And so they
Tim
actually,
Burton movie?
so
Okay.
Hocus Pocus actually was released in the summer, so it wouldn't like compete with
Gotcha.
Nightmare.
Nightmare on Elm Street. Okay. Yeah. Well, that was nice of them to do that.
Yeah. So anyway, it's a really good movie. I enjoy it. So.
But the painting class is
class,
a Hocus Pocus theme.
Yeah, with Paint With Us, and
Canvas.
that's Kelly
Okay.
Speckart. And her last one is this evening.
Okay.
So if you haven't gone to her website to sign up, I think it would be a great idea because it's a lot of fun. And we figured out how to show Hocus Pocus on the TV in the lobby.
Okay.
So the movie will also be happening.
Oh, good.
So that's fun. And then that ends our month, interestingly enough. And we don't have a lot going on in November other than our pop-up art contest. And those entries are actually due before, I think, 10 a.m. on November 1 because she's going to send out the actual theme, the prompt, by noon to everybody who signed up.
But this is not like a photography pop-up.
It's all media.
Yeah,
It can
all
be
media.
photography, sculpting, painting, whatever kind of art, digital art, whatever you do applies to this contest.
Okay.
And it's $5 an entry. And you can have up to 5 entries. And so, like I said, you will have from the first, once you've gotten the prompt, the theme, all the way into the 12th to create and turn it in.
Okay.
So everyone does it at the same time. It has to be something that you just created, not anything that you already have existing.
Gotcha. And then when you say turn it in, is that even...
You bring it to the theater and we display it, and it'll
Okay.
be on display for the month.
Okay.
And you get to have the people's choice. It's a people's choice.
Okay.
So we do have best in show and all of the like levels, which we are going to supplement prizes like gift cards from around town, different things like that. We've encouraged a lot of the students, so we've sent out to Roswell, Artesia, and Carlsbad school districts, and so some of the art students are going to be involved, and the age range is from 2 to 99. So if you can do some art, and we understand that if it's a really little one, that they might have some parent involvement, and that's okay.
Okay.
But we're encouraging everyone to just come and have their artwork put in the gallery. I think that's just fun in
Yeah.
itself.
But the theme goes out, or the prompt goes
Yes,
out
to everyone.
Monday.
To
So
everyone
that's
at the
why
same time.
You've got to get signed up here in the
Yes.
next day or two. So, okay.
Yeah, so that's what we've got going on mostly
Now, can
for
you sign up
November.
on the website?
You have to call in or
Have to
go to
call
the
in.
Facebook page.
Gotcha.
So the website is up, which we're very excited.
Right.
Tomorrow, I will actually be meeting with our web developer to set up how we put in events and stuff like that. So all of that will go up on Friday. We'll be working on that system. But there is stuff just in general, if you want to get used to the website and where to look for things, that is where you can go. And as soon as that is ready, all of our links, everything like that will be, you can hit it through the website.
But for the pop-up contest,
Contest.
that you have to go.
Yeah, so call us, email us,
Okay.
stop by on Friday and come and see us, and we'll get you squared away.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah, so that ends, and that's mostly just what we have going on in November. Then we hit December, and I have to switch pages in my planner. In December, of course, on Thursday the 2nd is Light Up Artesia. And then hopefully the following Friday we'll have Sons of the Pioneers.
Okay.
And then that next week, the 7th, which is a Tuesday, and the 11th, which is a Saturday, we are bringing back the Gingerbread House Workshop.
Okay.
So we build the gingerbread houses. You come and decorate them.
Okay. And then where do they go when they're done being decorated?
They take them home.
Okay.
So so we'll be at the Ocotillo this year. So you guys come. We'll have all the stuff set up. We're gonna get an army of volunteers to put all them gingerbread houses together. So it's not just me and Lindsay.
Because you told us last week a couple hundred, right? No?
Yeah, we're gonna get quite a
lot
few.
of gingerbread.
Yeah,
Okay.
so there's going to be more than enough for people to come.
Yeah. Maybe they could do more than one.
They can, yeah. So we're running them right now. We're looking at like $30 a gingerbread house or 2 for $50.
Okay.
So giving you a little bit of a discount on those. And so you buy your gingerbread house. You can bring your own candy, but we're going to make sure we have plenty of candy to decorate your gingerbread house with.
Okay.
Or if you have like a theme that you're going through, like in the past, we always did the gingerbread houses with my in-laws. And before me, they had already been doing it for years. And when my husband went into the Air Force, they made a gingerbread house and they got the plane and everything like that and made it all Air Force themed. So you can get as creative as you want to with these gingerbread houses.
Hopefully it wasn't a plane crashing into the gingerbread house.
Oh, that would have been funny.
Well,
but no, it was not.
No, I wouldn't want to. It would be like bad luck thing.
Well, it might be like if you're thinking like, the plane slipped through a hole in reality and ended up in gingerbread land, and then they might crash into the gingerbread man's house, and then he's all like disgruntled, something. Use your imagination.
Well, that's neat that they did that, though.
Yeah, so you can get super creative with the gingerbread houses. We think it's a lot of fun just to come and do. And then on the 18th, we'll be having a Harry Potter movie event with the Aquatic Center, and we are working on that. It will mostly be through them for payment, but we'll have information and all that on how you can go about joining in on the Harry Potter Winter Fun on our website and their website. So we're working on getting that done, and that's also the day after the last day of school. So
for the winter break or those of us that think otherwise, it's the Christmas break.
Yes, yeah. So
they have to say winter break.
Winter break, yes.
Yeah.
Whatever you decide to call it.
Yeah.
If after that day of school. So then kids won't have anything to do. It'll be great. And so then on the Tuesday, following Tuesday the 21st, we usually do our holiday movie.
Okay.
And we have settled on Elf.
Right.
Buddy's sing-along version of the movie.
Oh.
So that is a free community event. So
I didn't know there was a sing-along version.
There is a sing-along. It is hysterical. So pretty much what you'll do is just like with the Polar Express, we'll have it set up where people can sign up because we only have so many seats. And you can come in. We'll have the popcorn and water for you guys. And then we'll be selling cocoa bombs as a fundraiser. Okay. So all of that will be ready on the 21st. And then, of course, then it's like Christmas time. So we'll be closed from the 23rd to the 28th.
Okay.
And then again for New Year's. But that's what we've got going on.
Well, that sounds exciting.
Yeah.
After everything you had leading up, it's probably nice to have a few weeks off in November.
Oh my goodness, October was the busiest that we had been in a long time.
That's right. Well, I know the Art in the Park was probably the biggest.
Yes.
Are you still getting comments and feedback on Art in the Park?
The last I checked, we had 100 survey responses, and overall, people were really pleased. So that was really good, and they gave us some really good constructive criticism on what we can do better next year, especially working with the city on like the holes, and I do agree because I thought that myself. So we will definitely be working on making the event safer and a lot better for next year. But it seemed like everyone really enjoyed it, so that was positive.
Got plenty of room to grow.
Yes. That's the idea. So the idea is to give us enough space that we can grow it really into not just art and craft vendors, but like an art festival that attracts people from the surrounding areas, as well as including more of our students. So I did stop and talk to Eugene Irby, Mr. Irby from the high school, the theater program, and was like, if you guys would like next year, you have a competition piece or something, you guys could come out and perform it at Art in the Park. And he had told me if he had known for this year, they would have planned. But for next year, now for next year, he can plan to have them come out. And that kind of, they're an art program. So it showcases that we do a lot more art things in Artesia or the surrounding area, even inviting other programs to come out and demonstrate, have more live demonstrations of art or artists doing their work, just different things like that to really just make it a huge special event that happens in Artesia.
Yeah. No, that sounds like a lot of fun. That because they could do that. You've already got the band cakewalk that's going on, and then maybe the choir kids could sing carols
or something. Just
in
really
October.
It's there's endless possibilities of the things that we could do. For instance, like we had Mike Campos out, and he did that interactive chalk art where you could take a picture and it looked like you were looking down into a koi pond, which was really cool. And so we want to include more of that sort of stuff into the actual event that really just showcases artists, because that's what we're about as the Arts Council, is the performance arts, visual arts, all of that is something that's really important to what we do.
Yeah. Now, what's been the reaction to the artwork on the back of the Ocotillo building?
That has been so great.
The mural.
Yes, I still see people slow down as they come down Roselawn to like gawk at it and then move on, and the amount of community support we had was really great. Even the kids from the schools got to come in and help paint a piece of it, so now that's part of their history. And just for me personally, it gives me a really good reason to say, hey, we should take some of that color from the outside and bring it on the inside of the building. So we've been going through a whole process of rebuilding and rebranding ourselves, and those sunflowers are a great representation of all the stuff that we've been working towards since we completely shut down back in November.
Right.
And even me just going to work every day, it makes me, I'm like, oh, look, sunflowers. It's just so different than the reddish brown wall that we had. It just brings a whole different sort of vibrancy, especially to that area of town.
That's right. And for those that don't know, there's I think this is the Arts and Culture District is doing this.
Yes.
But there's a mural project. And if you see the mural on the side of the old Bryan Printers building, when you come out of La Fonda, that's one of the murals. If you go behind
what used to be Cowgirl's Closet.
Yes, on the alley side of that building across from Kith and Kin, that's a student.
That was a student's,
project. And now on the back of the Ocotillo
was the community mural project,
the sunflowers. And the next one they're going to be working on is the like the postcard, welcome to Artesia
and I think
postcard.
they actually, she said that was either starting or has started.
Okay.
They were working on that.
Well, they couldn't start yesterday or the day before. It was too windy.
Oh, yeah. Well,
today'd be a perfect
so
day to
funny
get
story
started.
about the wind. It was so windy that they had borrowed one of our like pole arms to have the paint brush on top so that they could go like up and down, and the wind took it and snapped it in half. And she was like, I'm so sorry. And I was like, well, I'm just glad everybody's okay. But that's how strong the wind gets. So yeah, it definitely plays a big role on how you can get a mural done.
It was so windy, the sunflowers were bent over on the back of the Ocotillo.
You can see them sway really drastically when the wind picks up.
That's crazy. Well, good. Well, is there anything folks can help out with? Anything that you guys need?
Right
or would
now, I think definitely be keeping your eye out at artesiaartscouncil.com, especially keeping an eye out for what we have coming up. We are hoping that by the end of December, we'll have our full winter, spring 2022, the end of our season, fully out and published so that people can get the information they need, flyers, all of that stuff to be looking forward to. And we're just real excited to possibly that will be the start of our more normal season.
Good.
As long as nothing changes over Christmas.
Well,
so fingers crossed.
they say we're at a plateau.
Yes.
A high plateau, but we're at a plateau. And
so hopefully we go plateau down.
Well, that's usually what happens.
Yes.
You get to the edge and then you start to come back down again. So let's hope that that happens here, because it's been a crazy year and a half, almost 2 years now that folks have been having to deal with
this.
And it's been all over the spectrum that people have had to deal with, and performance art and theaters and places like that have just really been negatively affected by it. So.
Hugely negatively affected. So also I would encourage you guys to look for it. I missed one date.
Oh, okay.
November 30th is Giving Tuesday.
Now,
if you are familiar with Black Friday, Cyber Monday, it's all about consumption.
Okay.
Well, the Tuesday after those 2 days is Giving Tuesday.
Right.
And now it's a global thing. There's multiple countries that participate, and the communities in those countries have their own Giving Tuesdays, and it's to give back to your community, give back to your favorite organizations. So not only the Arts Council, but be looking out to see if any other organizations that you support are doing a Giving Tuesday campaign, and just really focus on like giving back to those organizations, especially if there are any others that happen in Artesia too.
Okay. Well, I'll be working on my list for things that I want people to give me. So I don't think that's what that means.
No, that's not. No, that's what Cyber Monday and Black Friday are for.
Oh, okay. I got it down. No, I thought giving to
do
Jean
your wish list,
Tuesday.
Amazon wish list for Jean, and we'll put it out on the Facebook page.
Well, I tell you, that's that time is coming up, and then I think they're freaking everybody out with everything being stuck off the coast of California and New York, and I mean, it's really
well. And then they were saying with the
right
big
now.
factories in China that those areas are having like where they're having scheduled power outages for like an hour to 3 hours depending on the time. So that's halting production. So we get a lot of stuff from China. So that's also going to like.
Do they
halt.
get their stuff from the wind over there? Is that why they're having all these power outages? I don't know. I thought they had coal.
Well, I don't know why they're doing schedule. I just know that that's something that's happening.
It's like, what else?
Yeah,
You know,
what else could happen?
Now what?
Now what
Yeah.
else? So now we have that coming up. So be prepared, if just in case you're like, I ordered this fun thing, but it has to come from China. No.
Well,
be
I
wary.
tell you, concert tickets to events coming up at the Ocotillo, they're not sitting on a ship over there outside of Long Beach, California. You can get a concert event that's coming up, and you can buy those tickets. And
Yeah, there's no waiting on
That's
those.
right.
Once those go up, then they are ready to go.
they're ready to go. So that's a good deal. Well, good. Well, anything else, Candace?
No, just hopefully everyone has a great end to their week.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Got Football Friday tomorrow, and then all the other stuff that goes with it. So,
Yes.
well, thank you. You have a wonderful day.
You too.
All right, we're going to take a